Hello kids, hope all of us are doing good. Now today's topic is lights, shadows and reflections. And the key elements are sources of light, luminous and non-luminous bodies, hot and cold sources of light, transparent substances, translucent substances, opaque substances. Light travels in a straight line, that is rectilinear propagation of light, pinhole camera, shadow, mirror and reflection of light, lateral inversion and difference between image and shadow. Now we see objects all day from the time we open our eyes till we go to sleep. डे टाइम में हमें चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं, रात को नज़र नहीं आती. रात को चीज़ें देखने के लिए हमें या तो कैंडल या फिर इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब या ट्यूबलाइट स्विच ऑन करना पड़ता है. So when the light from these sources falls on objects and then travels towards our eyes, we see the objects. This means that light enables us to see the objects. We can therefore say that light is a form of invisible energy which gives us the sensation of sight. तो दिन के उजाले में या किसी भी ट्यूबलाइट या किसी भी रोशनी में हमें चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं, और अगर अंधेरा हो तो चीज़ें नज़र ही नहीं आती. तो इससे क्या हमें पता चलता है कि जो लाइट है जब वो किसी ऑब्जेक्ट या किसी वस्तु या किसी चीज़ पर पड़ के रिफ्लेक्ट होती है तब हमें नज़र आता है कि वहाँ पे कोई चीज़ है और वो क्या है. अगर लाइट उस पर ना पड़े तो हमें नज़र ही नहीं आता कि वहाँ पे कुछ है. तो जो लाइट है वो एक इनविजिबल एनर्जी है, लेकिन हमें वो वाली सेंसेशन देती है कि हम कुछ चीज़ों को देख सकें. Now the speed of light is 3 lakh kilometers per second. What are the various sources of light? An object which gives us light is called a source of light. The various sources of light can be grouped under two main heads: natural sources of light and man-made or artificial sources of light. So what are the natural sources of light? The sun is the main source of light. It is a natural source of light. The stars are also natural sources of light, but they are far away from the earth and therefore we get extremely poor light from them. Now we come to the man-made sources of light. Candle, lantern, bulb, electric lamp, fluorescent tube, etc. give us light. These are artificial sources of light which are man-made. Light from these sources is obtained by different methods such as burning of wax, oil, heating materials until they begin to glow. तो जिन चीज़ों से ऑटोमेटिकली नेचुरली हमें लाइट मिलती है वो नेचुरल सोर्स हो गए, जैसे कि हमारा सूरज, हमारे तारे. लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो हमने खुद बनाई हैं जिनसे कि हमें लाइट मिलती है. वो क्या हो गए? मैन मेड सोर्सेज, जैसे कि मोमबत्ती हो गई, बल्ब हो गया, लैम्प हो गया, या फिर जो लैंटर्न है वो हो गया, घर में जो ट्यूबलाइट यूज होती है वो हो गई. ये सब हमने खुद बनाई है. तो नेचुरल सोर्स भी है लाइट का और मैन मेड सोर्स भी है. नाउ द मून लाइट विच वी रिसीव इज एक्चुअली द सनलाइट रिफ्लेक्टेड टू अस फ्रॉम द सरफेस ऑफ मून. नाउ व्हाट आर luminous and non-luminous bodies? The objects which give out their own light are called luminous objects or bodies. The luminous bodies are also sources of light. For example, sun, candle, bulb. On the other hand, those objects which do not give out light on their own are called non-luminous objects. They become visible only when light falls on them, like table, car or tree. Now, objects like filaments of an electric bulb that give out light when heated to a very high temperature are called incandescent objects. Moon, Earth and other planets are also non-luminous bodies. They shine only when sunlight is reflected from their surface. तो जो चीज़ें खुद ही लाइट का सोर्स हैं, उनसे हमें लाइट मिलती है, उन्हें कहते हैं ल्यूमिनस ऑब्जेक्ट्स और बॉडीज़. जैसे कि आपके कैंडल, बल्ब या फिर आपका सूरज या तारे. और जिन चीज़ों से हमें लाइट नहीं मिलती लेकिन वो चीज़ें हमें नज़र तब आती हैं जब लाइट उन पे पड़ती है, तो उन्हें हम कहते हैं नॉन ल्यूमिनस ऑब्जेक्ट्स या बॉडीज़. जैसे कि हमारे आसपास जो भी चीज़ें हैं, कार हो गई, चेयर हो गई, टेबल हो गई, इनके ऊपर लाइट पड़ती है तब ये हमें नज़र आती हैं. अब जो मून है या चांद है, कहने को तो रोशनी उससे भी हमें मिलती है, तो वो क्या ल्यूमिनस बॉडी है? नहीं, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर जब सन की रेज या लाइट पड़ती हैं और रिफ्लेक्ट होती हैं तब हमें वो मून नज़र या वो चांद हमें नज़र आता है। तो चांद क्या हो गया? ये नॉन ल्यूमिनस बॉडी हो गया। इसी तरह से जो बाकी के हमारे प्लैनेट्स हैं, इवन हमारी धरती है, अर्थ है, ये भी नॉन ल्यूमिनस बॉडी है। अब चांद हमें नजर जरूर आता है लेकिन वो उसकी खुद की रोशनी नहीं है। सम नॉन ल्यूमिनस ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑन स्ट्रॉन्ग हीटिंग स्टार्ट ग्लोइंग एंड बिकम ल्यूमिनस, as iron rod glows on heating, but on cooling it again becomes non-luminous. So what are the hot and cold sources of light? Some sources of light become hot when they give out light. For example, sun is the hottest and brightest source of light for us. An electric bulb gets heated up as electric current flows in it. Hence, these sources of light are called hot sources of light. However, when you touch a tube light, you do not find it hot. This is because the mercury vapor in it emits light due to the effect of electricity without a rise in temperature. The tube light is thus a cold source of light. A firefly, a tube light, a CFL, neon signs, sodium vapor lamps are examples of cold sources of light. तो जिन sources of light को हम touch नहीं कर पाते क्योंकि वो बहुत गर्म हो जाते हैं, वो hot sources of light हैं। और सबसे गर्म क्या है? सूरज। या फिर हमारे जो इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब्स हैं उनको भी अगर हम टच करें तो वो हमें कुछ टाइम के बाद गर्म महसूस होते हैं। ये सारे हमारे हॉट सोर्सेज ऑफ लाइट हैं। लेकिन अगर हम देखें CFL या फिर नियॉन साइंस या फिर जुगनू या हमारी ट्यूब लाइट जो कि बहुत जल्दी गर्म नहीं होती, ये क्या है? ये कोल्ड सोर्सेज ऑफ लाइट हैं। नाउ टू शो दैट ब्राइटनेस और इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट डिपेंड्स ऑन द डिस्टेंस हाउ फार द ऑब्जेक्ट इज केप्ट फ्रॉम द सोर्स ऑफ लाइट. Take a lighted candle, a piece of cardboard and a screen. Now pierce a hole in the cardboard and place it in front of the candle so that it casts a bright spot on the screen held in front of the hole. Now hold this screen 30 centimeters away from the cardboard and look at the spot of light falling on it. Now hold it 60 centimeters away and then 150 centimeters away and look at the spot of light each time. You will find that the brightness of the spot does not remain the same. As the screen moves away from the candle, the spot gets dimmer every time. Hence, we conclude that the intensity of light is more when the object is kept near to it and vice versa. A substance through which light can travel is called a medium. So, what are transparent substances? They allow light to pass through them freely. So, glass, clear water, mica and air are transparent objects because light passes through them and we are able to see things through these objects. तो जिन चीज़ों के थ्रू लाइट पास होती है और हम उन चीज़ों के अक्रॉस या उन चीज़ों के थ्रू पीछे की जगह या हिस्सा या वहाँ पे जो भी चीज़ें हैं उनको देख सकते हैं, तो उनको कहते हैं ट्रांसपेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स. अब इनमें ग्लास सबसे बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है. आपके सामने ग्लास हो तो आप ग्लास के बीच में से देख के उसके पार क्या है वो सब आपको नजर आता है. बायोल्यूमिनेसेंस इज द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ लाइट बाय लिविंग थिंग्स. Many bioluminescent creatures live in the oceans. They live so deep in the ocean that the light from the sun never reaches them. These creatures use their bioluminescence to attract mates and prey. They do not use this light to see where they are going. Some bacteria and fungi also show bioluminescence. The regular blinking of fireflies as they signal their mates on summer evenings is an example of bioluminescence. Now do this activity. Take a piece of glass and paint one half of it black. Now try to see through both of its parts. Now you will not be able to see anything from the part which has been painted black. You can only see through the part which is not painted. The painted part of the glass does not allow light to pass through it. Now take this glass and stand in a dark room. Switch on a torch and keep it behind the transparent part and then the half which has been painted black. When the torch is behind the painted half, you do not see light on the screen, but you can see the light on the screen when the torch is focused behind the transparent part. Now let us look at the translucent substances. So translucent substances permit a fraction of light to pass through them. We cannot see things distinctly through them. Smoked glass, oiled paper, milky water, etc. are some examples of translucent substances. What are opaque substances? Light cannot pass through many substances. These substances are called opaque substances. Now this brings us to an interesting activity. Collect some objects like eraser, plastic scale, pen, etc. Fine. And try to look at something far away through each of these objects and write down whether these objects are transparent, translucent or opaque. Now wood, stone wall, metals, etc. are opaque substances. Light travels in a straight line, that is rectilinear propagation of light. You must have observed the beam of a car headlight on the misty night. In the light of a headlight, you will only be able to see the objects in front of you, but you will not be able to see objects on your right or left. This is because light travels in a straight line. This property is called rectilinear propagation of light. जो लाइट की किरण है या रे है, वो हमेशा सीधे रास्ते में चलती है, वो बेंड नहीं होती. इसको कहते हैं rectilinear propagation of light. Now take a piece of pipe or a long rubber tube. Light up a candle and fix it on a table at one end of the room. Now stand at the other end of the room and look at the candle through the pipe. अगर तो पाइप स्ट्रेट है, आपको कैंडल दिखेगी. अगर पाइप बेंट है तो आपको कैंडल नहीं दिखेगी. This shows that light always travels in a straight line. Now, how to make a pinhole camera? A pinhole camera is a simple application of rectilinear propagation of light rays. It is a simple camera without a lens. It is just a box with a very tiny hole on one of its sides. Light falls on the hole and an inverted image is formed on the other or the opposite side of the hole. The human eye acts very much like a pinhole camera. A pinhole camera can be used to measure the height of objects like a building or a tree. Now, in order to make a pinhole camera, take a medium-sized cardboard carton, white paper, a needle or safety pin, a pair of scissors, adhesive tape, a candle and a matchbox. Now cut one side of the cardboard carton, cover this side with white paper. Stick the white paper with adhesive tape. This side acts as a screen. With the help of needle, make a tiny hole in the center of the opposite side to the white paper. Place the candle on the table or kitchen counter and light it. Place the carton a few inches away from the lit candle with the side having the pinhole facing the candle. Move the carton forward and backward so that a clear image of the candle flame is obtained on the white paper. Now, what you will observe is that the pinhole camera produces an inverted image of the candle flame. You will also notice that the image is colored. Now, let us look at a shadow. When light falls on an opaque object, it cannot pass through because an opaque object blocks the light and hence a dark area appears behind the object. This is known as shadow. Since light travels in a straight line, the shape of the shadow usually resembles the shape of the object forming it. When we walk in the sunlight, our shadows move with us. If we stop, our shadows also stop. If we dance, our shadows also dance. During the daytime, we can see the shadow of trees, buildings, houses and other things. Shadows are also formed by moonlight, candlelight and electric light. तो जो भी ओपेक ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं जिनके थ्रू लाइट पास नहीं हो सकती, अब उनके ऊपर अगर लाइट पड़े तो उनके जो पीछे का हिस्सा है वहाँ पर तो लाइट पहुँच नहीं रही, तो वहाँ पे जो डार्क एरिया सा अपीयर होता है उसको हम शैडो या परछाई कहते हैं. और जो शैडो या परछाई है उसकी शेप लगभग वैसी ही होती है जिस इमेज या ऑब्जेक्ट के पीछे वो पड़ रही है. From the round shape of the shadow of the earth falling on the moon during lunar eclipse, the early Greeks had correctly guessed that the shape of the earth was spherical. Now let us see how shadow is formed. A shadow is formed when something comes in the way of light. Usually shadows are formed on the side opposite to the source of light. Formation of a shadow is a direct result of rectilinear propagation of light. There should be light for the formation of shadow. You cannot see your shadow on a cloudy day or in darkness. So what are the conditions necessary for shadow to be formed? An opaque object, a source of light and a screen are needed for a shadow to be formed. Verification of the conditions needed for forming a shadow. Keep a lighted candle on a table near a wall. The wall functions like a screen. Now hold an opaque object in front of the light. The shadow of the object is cast on the wall. Now remove the object from its place. There is no shadow on the screen. It means an opaque body is needed for a shadow to be formed. Now if you put out the candle, you will not be able to see any shadow on the screen. It means light is necessary for a shadow to be formed. Now take the whole setup in an area where there is no wall. So there is no formation of shadow. Thus a screen is also needed for a shadow to be formed. Now what are the properties of a shadow? The size and shape of the shadow depend on the size and shape of the object. You must have seen the difference between the shapes of shadows caused by a small car and a big bus. Now the shadows differ in size also. The shadow of the bus is bigger than that of the car. The shadow of an object is cast on the side of the object opposite to the source of light. Observe the shadow of a fixed pole or any other tall object at daytime. In the morning, the shadow is cast on one side, say on the opposite side of the sun. As the sun moves from the east to west, the shadow falls towards the west in the morning and it falls towards the east in the afternoon. Shadows are the longest in the morning and evening and the shortest at noon. If you stand facing the sun, your shadow which falls behind you is very long in the morning. As the day passes, the shadow becomes darker and shorter. Your shadow is the shortest at noon when the sun is directly overhead and the shadow is directly under you. The shadow once again grows longer beyond noon. If you change direction of your movement, your shadow also changes its direction. Shadows give us some information about shapes of objects. Sometimes, shadows can also mislead us about the shape of an object. The figures given below are created by different poses of hands which are giving the vision of some other objects. Now, do you think that the color of shadow is always black? It is usually believed that the color of a shadow is always black, but this is not true. Shadow can be colored too. However, the color of shadow does not depend on the color of the object casting the shadow. Normally, since bright sunlight is white light, shadows appear black. But if light of any other color is used, the color of the shadow will be different. The color of a shadow will usually be complementary color of the light falling on the object, especially if the light source is large. So complementary colors are any two colors that are directly opposite to each other, such as red and green, yellow and blue. Since black is complementary color of white, the color of shadow formed by white light appears black. Similarly, if yellow light is used, the color of the shadow will be blue. Now to study the formation of shadow by a point source of light, take a torch, a black paper or black tape, a ball and a bare wall. Cover the front glass of the torch with black paper or black tape and make a small hole in the center. This will give you a point source of light. In the dark room, switch on the torch and point it towards the wall. Place the ball in the path of light. Move the ball towards and away from the torch. Now observe the shadows and fill in these blanks. So you might have observed that when the object moves closer to the source of light, size of its shadow increases, and when it moves away from the source of light, size of its shadow decreases. Now what is mirror and reflection of light. The objects having polished and shining surfaces reflect most of the light falling on them. A plane mirror is a thin, flat, smooth sheet of glass having a shiny coating on one side. This coating is of silver metal and is protected by a layer of red paint. The silver coating makes the mirror shiny on the other side. The shiny surface gives maximum reflection of light. What are regular and irregular reflections? The surface of a mirror is very smooth. Therefore, when a beam of light falls on it, the entire beam is reflected in only one direction. This is called a regular reflection. However, the surfaces of most of the objects around us are not so smooth. When the ray or a beam of light falls on an object with an uneven surface, they get reflected to different directions. This is called irregular reflection of light. अगर सरफेस बहुत स्मूथ है जैसे कि मिरर की, तो जो बीम ऑफ लाइट उसके ऊपर पड़ रही है या गिर रही है वो एक ही डायरेक्शन में रिफ्लेक्ट होती है, उसको कहते हैं रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन. लेकिन जिस सरफेस के ऊपर बीम ऑफ लाइट या रे ऑफ लाइट पड़ रही है, अगर वो रफ है, स्मूथ नहीं है, तो जो रिफ्लेक्टेड लाइट है वो अलग अलग डायरेक्शंस में रिफ्लेक्ट होती है. इसको कहते हैं इररेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. नाउ व्हाट आर lateral inversions? In the image formed by plane mirror, the left and right side get reversed. These sideways or lateral change are called lateral inversions. For example, the hands of a clock in the 3 o'clock position appears to be in 9 o'clock position in the image. The letters of the word ambulance are written laterally inverted in front of the ambulance so that the word appears in the correct way in the rear view mirrors of the vehicles ahead. अब जो प्लेन मिरर में इमेज फॉर्म होती है वो साइज, हाइट या फिर उसका कलर वैसी सेम ही फॉर्म होती है, लेकिन सिर्फ एक उसमें फ़र्क होता है कि जो आपकी राइट साइड है वो मिरर में आपके सामने लेफ्ट पे नज़र आएगी और जो आपकी लेफ्ट साइड है वो मिरर में आपके सामने राइट में नज़र आएगी. इसको कहते हैं लेटरल इन्वर्जन. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट आर द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन image and shadow. The difference between image and shadow arises because of the difference in the cause of their formations. A shadow is formed because of an obstruction in the path of light by an opaque object, whereas an image by a plane mirror is formed because of the reflection of light by the surface of the mirror. तो जो shadow है उसका कलर ऑब्जेक्ट के कलर पे डिपेंड नहीं करता, लेकिन इमेज का जो कलर है वही रहता है जो कि ऑब्जेक्ट का कलर होता है. इसी तरह से शैडो का जो साइज है, लेंथ है, वो बड़ी छोटी हो सकती है, लेकिन इमेज के साइज हमेशा वही रहती है जो कि ऑब्जेक्ट का साइज होता है. इसी तरह से शैडो फॉर्म होने के लिए आपको कोई स्क्रीन चाहिए, जैसे कि आपका फ्लोर या फिर आपके पीछे की दीवार या साइड की दीवार, लेकिन जो इमेज फॉर्म होती है वो सिर्फ एक स्क्रीन पर होती है. और लास्ट डिफरेंस क्या है कि शैडो में लेटरल इन्वर्जन नहीं होता, इमेज में लेटरल इन्वर्जन होता है. सो सम ऑफ द कॉमन डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन शैडो एंड इमेज. शैडोज कलर डज नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द कलर ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. फॉर एन इमेज इट हैज द कलर ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. Size of the object can be larger or smaller than that of the object for the shadow, and for an image it has to be the same size of the object. A shadow can be obtained on screen such as floor, wall, etc. An image cannot be obtained on a screen. A shadow does not show lateral inversion. An image shows lateral inversion. So let us look at the key takeaway points. Light is a form of invisible energy which gives us the sensation of sight. An object which emits light is called a source of light. Light travels in a straight line. A pinhole camera is a simple application of rectilinear propagation of light. Regular and irregular reflection are the two types of reflection. Shadows are formed when an opaque object comes in the path of light. So I hope the chapter is clear to all and answering questions will be easy now.